Hi students, I welcome to all of you to this session of fluid machinery. Dear students, this is your lecture number 44, net positive suction head, and this will be the last lecture for the centrifugal pump. Next class we will be discussing on the positive displacement pump, that is your reciprocating pump. Now, what do you mean by this net positive suction head? Basically, the net positive suction head, as the name suggests, positive suction head. Okay, so what is the definition? Basically, it is defined as the total head required to make the liquid flow through the suction pipe to the pump impeller. That means how much head is needed minimum. That means the total head required to make the liquid flow, okay, through the suction pipe to the impeller. That means if it is your pump and this is your suction pipe, this is your impeller. Now the what is the minimum head required? Okay, the head to minimum, not minimum, total head required to make the liquid flow. That means the flow should be continuous, okay, to make the liquid flow through the suction pipe, okay, to the pump impeller. Clear? Now basically the net positive suction head is basically is equal to, we can write the absolute pressure head at inlet, of the pump minus the vapor pressure head plus velocity head. Okay, so velocity head, that means in the suction pipe velocity head, so Vs by 2g, Vs square by 2g. So basically you can see this is your NPSH, and it is equal to absolute pressure head minus vapor pressure head plus Vs square by 2g, that is your velocity head. Okay, now you just all this your notes, it is taken from RK Bansal. You go to 19.12, you will see there is a relation between that this absolute pressure head and the velocity head and your static head frictional head loss in the, that means HFS, head loss in the your suction pipe, SS your suction head, and the velocity head in the suction pipe. So the relation is basically, this is your relation. You can see P1 by rho g is equal to PA minus, that means with respect to atmospheric pressure we can write P1 by rho g. P1 by rho g is the absolute pressure at inlet of the pump. ठीक है. Now P1 by rho g equal to PA by rho g minus Vs square by 2g plus Hs plus HFS. ठीक है. Now you can see, put the value of Pn by rho g in the equation of NPSH. So you will be getting, this is your equation. Now ultimately this PA not PA, this part and this part will be cancelled out. Okay, so ultimately you will be getting this equation PA by rho g, that is your atmospheric pressure head minus vapor pressure head minus HS, that means suction head, minus HFS. Clear? Now what is this? Atmospheric pressure head means your H at A atmospheric minus HV, because this is your vapor pressure head, and this one is your minus HS minus HFS. So what is this? Can you remember this part? What is this? Basically this, I can remember this HA, that means HA minus HV minus HS is equal to, we can write, you can see HA is equal to atmospheric pressure head minus HV minus HS minus HFS. So ultimately this is what? NHPC na? NPSH already have got. So and also we know that the cavitation, that means your in terms of cavitation, sigma is equal to H atmospheric minus HV minus HS minus HFS by HM. Okay, manometric head. So this is your NPSH. Clear? So the relation between the cavitation in the centrifugal pump, you can see this is your, we know that cavitation in the centrifugal pump is H atmospheric minus HV minus HS minus HFS by H. Now this is what? This is your NPSH, that is your net positive suction head. So this is the relation sigma is equal to NPSH by HM, that is your manometric head. Clear? Now the relation between, what is the relation between net positive suction head and cavitation? It is equal to sigma is equal to NPSH by HM. Okay, again you know that sigma, the ns is equal to n root q, this is your specific speed. Okay, now if the value of the sigma is less than the critical value, then it is called your sigma c. Sigma c cavitation will occur, and the value of sigma c depends upon the specific speed. Okay, the following empirical relation is used to determine the value of the sigma c. So sigma c is equal to 0.103 ns by 1000 to the power 4 by 3. So ultimately 1.303 into 10 to the minus 3 ns to the power 4 by 3 is equal to sigma c. So it is what? Critical cavitation. Okay, so sigma c, this is the value of the sigma c. Okay, under the critical condition. Clear? So this is your empirical value, so you need to remember. And next problem you can see, this is your problem number 24. So the centrifugal pump is rotating at 1000 rpm, delivers 160 liter per second, discharge is given, rotational speed is given, of water against a head is given, pump is installed at a place where atmospheric pressure is 1 into 10 to the power 5 Pascal and vapor pressure of water is 3 kilopascal absolute. The head loss in suction pipe is equivalent to 0.2 meter of water. Calculate the NPSH and maximum allowable height of the pump from free surface of the water in the sump. Now see, N is given, Q given, you have to convert it in terms of meter cube per second, HM given, PA given, PV given, vapor pressure, HFS given. So what is the relation between the NPSH and the rest of the parameters? So sigma is equal to, is already I have got right now. So sigma is equal to NPSH by HM. Now you know the sigma c is equal to, that is your critical condition. In critical condition, sigma c is equal to NPSH is minimum by HM. So NPSH minimum is equal to HM into sigma c. The critical value of sigma c, you know, this is the equation, you know, empirical value sigma c is equal to 1.03 into 10 to the power minus 3 into ns to the power 4 by 3. Okay, where ns is equal to specific speed, and the discharge given hm hm is not given. Okay, so n given, ns is not given, sorry, ASM is given 30. So you can find out the specific speed from this equation. Clear? So put the value of the specific speed. See here, put the value of the specific speed, you will be getting the critical value of the sigma. So it is equal to this. So ultimately sigma will be 0.1012. Now put the value minimum NPSH, net positive suction head, is equal to HM into 0.1012. So that is your 3.03 meter. That is your answer. Clear? So one answer you have got. Question number 1 is your minimum NPSH and the maximum allowable height of the pump from free surface of water in the pump. in the sum. Okay, so first question answer you have got. I hope it is clear. Now next, maximum allowable height. So maximum allowable height of the pump from free surface of water of the sum, that is your HS. So HS max means maximum allowable height of the pump from free surface of water. Okay, so NPS is equal to H atmospheric minus vacuum vacuum pressure head minus HS, that is your suction pressure head, and the HF is your frictional head loss due to suction in the suction pipe. Now A is equal to, you know, the atmospheric pressure head is equal to atmospheric pressure by rho g. Okay, so the minimum is equal to, you know, that HA minus HV minus HS maximum minus HFS. So HS maximum is equal to this. Okay, so HA is equal to rho A by PA by rho G. So PA you know, rho you know, G you know, you can find out the HA, that is your atmospheric pressure head, and your vapor pressure head is equal to PV by rho G, and these value data all are given, and the HFS you can find out. HFS is equal to HFS is equal to 0.2 and NPSS is equal to 0.03. Already I have got na. So put the value, then you will be getting SS max, that means your suction head maximum allowable height of the pump. Okay, so HS max is equal to this HA atmospheric pressure minus vapor pressure minus minus your HFS minus in a net positive suction head minimum. So the answer is your 6.652 meter. So I hope it is clear. Now the highlight you can see, these are the formula which you need to remember. The centrifugal pump and the your work done per unit weight per second is your 1 by G VW2 into U2. A manometric head is equal to VW2 U2 by G minus loss of the head in the impeller, or if the loss is neglected then you will be getting it, that means you have to put this formula. In terms of the Bernoulli's theorem, you can put also total head at outlet minus total head at inlet, and in terms of suction head, delivery head, suction is frictional loss in the suction pipe, frictional loss in the delivery pipe, and at the outlet what is the kinetic energy or kinetic head. So in terms of that head you also find out. Okay, this is your HM. And one more important, that is your manometric efficiency is equal to GHM by VW2 U2. Okay, or the overall efficiency also you can find out. Output by input, output is the water power, input is the shaft power. Minimum speed is required to start the centrifugal pump. This equation 120 into manometric efficiency into VW2 into D2 by pi into D2 square minus D1 square. Clear? Then specific speed is equal to n root q by hm to the power 3 by 2, and these are the model testing. Model is equal to prototype n root q by h to the power 3 by 2. Model is equal to n root q h to the power 3 by 2 3 by 4 prototype. Root over hm by dn is equal, model is equal to same root over hm by dl prototype. Q by n d cube is equal to constant. P by n cube d to the 5 is equal to constant, that you know. Okay, and cavitation, basically the definition of cavitation always remember, because in every when in interview you can face this kind of question, what do you mean by cavitation. So cavitation is defined as the phenomenon of formation of vapor bubble and sudden collapsing of the vapor bubble. Okay, characteristic curve also discussed. So I hope this lecture is sufficient, and today up to this, and this is your end of the lecture centrifugal pump. Next class we will be discussing about the positive displacement pump. Okay, so thank you for listening. Jai Hind.